Hey guys, I haven't been on YouTube in a while because I've been trying to work on myself. I'm at the gym right now, actually on the treadmill, so I figured I'd take this time to talk about stuff in my ministry and what's been going on. I've been currently trying to work on getting some local events and stuff going, partnering with other ministries that are already doing outreach and stuff. Just trying to get people involved and get people excited to do the Lord's work, because that's always good. Also been trying to get healthier, because honestly, this winter is kicking my butt. I've been feeling a lot worse lately because of the change in the weather and how it affects my lungs. So I've just been trying to work on losing some more weight. This is actually the first day back to the gym in a while, because let's be honest, I've been kind of lazy about it. And I've been kind of lax on it. I thought, oh, well, I'm doing other important things. I don't need to do that. Well, yeah, you do. Wanted to talk about a situation that came up recently with a friend of mine, Boogie2988. He recently found out that he's got cancer. Now, it's a slow-acting one that's going to take him about 20 years to succumb to if he's, the usual kind of person. But still, it's not exactly a great prognosis either way, because, cancer is never a great thing to go through. So please keep him in your prayers. Just continue to support other people in praying for them as well. I mean, I'll have a list. Also, if you're going through a tough time and you need someone to talk to, I will leave the link for my Telegram down below. You can text me. Let me know what you're going through, what's going on, how I can pray for you. I don't expect it, but if you feel the need to reach out to me and just say, hey, I'd like you to pray for me, or I want to know more about this Jesus, or whatever, I'll be here and I'll be waiting, because I don't want any of you to feel like you don't have anyone listening, because that is not a place to be. That's not a place I'd ever want to be, and that's not a place you need to be. So if I can be a positive force in your life that says, I'm listening, I'm here for you, I care about you, then I feel like I might have done a good job either way. Other than that, I'm trying to continue to make progress in making content online. Still working on getting a decent rig for streaming again. That'll probably happen next year, because I'll be able to afford the budget. Right now I have no budget, mainly because, being on a fixed income, you don't save a whole lot, and you don't have a whole lot. What we do have usually goes towards bills. So, it is a reality of life. You can't expect everyone to help you all the time. You also can't expect everyone to give you everything all the time either. So sometimes you just got to do for yourself as best as you can. And that's what I'm doing. And I'm also praying for God's guidance, praying for his provision, praying for him to give me the right words, the right attitude, even sometimes the right direction to go on. Because, sometimes we just need that. We need that helping hand in our lives from Jesus that says, you got this. Lean on me and keep going. I've got you and you've got this. And that's some sometimes the best words we need in our lives, especially if we're struggling with things that honestly everyone does. I've been talking with a guy who struggles with depression. He's a believer, but he struggles very much with constantly feeling like he's less or like he's not worth or whatever. And you know, we're dealing with that. I'm helping him as best as I can and directing him to resources that he can take a hold of and take control of his life again. You know, I don't know his whole situation. I know a lot of it. I also don't know everything about what God's going to do with him, but I know enough. I know enough to know that I need to pray for him and that I need to be there for him as much as I possibly can. And I'll do that for anybody. That's just the thing. You can't put a price or time limit on God's love or in what you're doing in God's spirit for another human being, because it'll be quite a ride for you when you finally decide to surrender to the power of the Holy Spirit and just say, here I am, God, use me. You'll see him use you, and it'll be powerful. And sometimes it'll scare you a bit. It scares me all the time when I'm like, wait a minute, God, what are you doing with me? Wait a minute, you're taking me there? Okay, God, but just so you know, I'm not exactly 100% sure about this. And he's like, you don't have to be 100% sure about this. Just be 100% sure about me. And I said, can do. That I can do. Because I can. I mean, I know he's already taken me through a whole lot. He literally kept me alive, gave me a purpose, gave me gifting, and now is giving me more and more this ministry that he's got me on. What form it'll take in a few years, who knows? But for right now, what I've got is what I've got. And I have to be content with that. I have learned to be content in all things because I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me, right? That's Paul, the Apostle Paul, talking about that. He was in prison. He was a free man. He had much. He was poor. He was hungry. He was well fed. He had a whole lot of situations. But through all of them, he had God. And that was the main thing, that if he continued to follow God, no matter the circumstance, God would provide. God would make sure it was done the way it needed to be. And God would do what he promised he would do, which was to just continue to give more grace and more strength to the people who follow him, you know? So I want to encourage you with that. If you're going through a rough patch, if you're having a hard time, one, reach out. I mean, like I said, my Telegram link will be popping up on the screen and will be down in the description below. You can text me. Let me know what you need prayer for, and I will pray for you. And then just lean on him. Lean on him in everything, you know? It's always good to know that he's always got your back, because he does. God bless you guys. Have a wonderful day. See you again soon.